Hi guys, today we're going to be going over the financials of my new car, and if you haven't already, check out the car tour to see exactly what I'm talking about. So to answer the question, yes, I am back in debt, and normally I am not a fan of debt. If you've been with me for a while, you knew that I paid off my student loans a few years ago, and that was totally worth it. When I initially thought about buying a new car, I was going to pay for it in cash, but since that time, which was a few years ago, I decided to just invest the money that I was going to use for my car in the stock market instead. And that is because historically the rates in the stock market, or the yield that you can earn, is usually higher than the percentage depending on the debt that you're going to be taking on. So for my car loan, I actually ended up getting a low rate, which we'll talk about in a few, but that is why I decided to finance the car versus paying cash. So why did I pay off my student loans? The fact is that they had several interest rates, but the highest of them was around 7%, and I had $200,000 worth of student loan debt. If you want to find out more about how I managed to pay that off, definitely check out the playlist, which I'll link. But that meant that I was paying tons of interest every month, and I also just disliked the student loans because of the history and all I had to go through school. I just wanted them gone out of my life, so that is why I paid them off. Now, I'm trying to be more logical in terms of finances, so that is why I'm a little bit more okay with taking on debt for my car. Unlike with my student loans, I will not be paying this off aggressively because of what I explained before, because all the extra money that I have from now on will be going to investing. And if you want to know more about my investment portfolio and how I invest and the end goal, I'll be sure to leave a link. Now let's move on to the numbers so you can get a better understanding of why I chose to do what I did. So I ended up getting the 2022 Lexus NX 350h, which is a hybrid, and I ended up getting the luxury package on that. And I paid MSRP for my car entirely. And I only mention that because I know that with the supply issues that some dealerships are charging over that, but if you can, try to shop around because there are obviously some that still charge just the MSRP. The base price for my car ended up being $48,500, and that includes the speakers, there are 10 of them, the LED headlamps, and then the luxury package itself. And I'll put the information for what's included in all of this in the description box below. So in addition to the base price, I paid $4,670 for factory install packages and accessories, and the details for those are going to be listed on the screen. Now, some of these things I actually wanted, like the panoramic sunroof, but others I didn't really need, such as the leather key glove and the cargo mat. I mean, they are nice to have, but definitely not necessary. And if I knew in hindsight that those things were going to be included, I would have asked them to take them off. But how this went down is that when I went to order my car the first time around, they made it seem as if all the things that I was getting were part of like a package in general that could not be altered. But in fact, I believe it can be altered, because if you go to the Lexus website, you can see the different features and the fact that they are additional and can be subtracted / added. So that is my tip to you, to make sure that when you're ordering the car, you don't get things that you would not have necessarily wanted that can be removed. Because not everything is, as they say, like straight from the factory, and they say like it comes that way and it can be changed, but I believe that it can be, so definitely look into that in the future. Am I mad about it? Not really. Like, the price is negligible in the grand scheme of things, and I like everything that I've gotten with my car, so I'm okay with it. But if you're trying to cut back on the price, like, that is the way to go. The next cost that I had to pay was the delivery and handling fee, and that was $1,075, and I believe that's pretty standard, and you can actually see that price when you go onto the Lexus website to build your own car. So the total for everything, the base price, packages, accessories, and delivery fee was $54,245. In addition to that, I had to pay taxes and fees, such as document fees and other fees to the state, etc., and that ended up being $3,555. So the price for the car off the lot was $57,800. years. Now, when it comes to the actual financing process, I actually ended up getting a loan from my bank because at the time, Lexus Financial was not offering any loans for the car. They offer loans for other Lexuses, but they had stopped like the year that they had stopped in the month that I was buying my car. The only incentives that they have right now are a discount of $1,000 for people in the military and new grads from college, and none of those applied to me, so I didn't get anything through the financing department. Through my bank, I was able to get a 2% rate, which I am happy with. I know that recently they've gone up a little bit, but not significantly. I think I just read recently that the average rate for a new car loan is 4.5%, so that's about what you can expect to get. Now, the fact that I got this rate came with a few catches. So clearly you have to have a high credit score, so 750 and above usually. And to get the lowest rate on the loan, you had to take out a shorter term on your loan. So the typical loan for a car is 5 years, and I ended up getting the 3-year loan. Now, having a 3-year loan makes your payments higher than if you were to spread it out, obviously over 5 years, but I was okay with that because ultimately, even though I am back in debt, like I don't want to pay a high amount of interest rate. Like that's my goal. So even if the payments are higher, I'm okay because I'm paying less to the bank. So my monthly payments are $1,650. If I had spread the loan out over 5 years, they would have been closer to $1,000. If you bought a car recently, let me know about it in the comments below. And if you have any questions about my car or the buying/financing process, definitely leave those questions below as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.